Hey, it's Gary, 3 times head of growth. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how to use data to identify PLG customer churn. There's 2 types of churn. There's the paid customer churn and the free customer churn. So at TrustCloud, we sell monthly and annual subscription. So we really want to make sure customers are succeeding with the outcome that they came for, which is to get SOC 2 compliance and then continuously to monitor the compliance program afterward. We want to make sure that we're helping all customers reach this outcome. How do we identify paid PLG customers churn? We want to ensure revenue retention. We spend a lot of time on upselling the customer, so we want to protect the revenue that we acquired. We want to track the likelihood that a paid PLG customer could churn. So on the pay plan, they have access to advanced features. On post-sale, we want to make sure that they utilize those advanced features right away. So the criteria that we used to observe whether they are likely to churn, one is drop in their monthly active usage. We track the whole customer's team, John, Jane, Tom, Mary, all their last login in our BI dashboard. So with compliance, you really need to have a steady progression as you work towards this. So when there's a drop in monthly active usage, usually that's a warning sign for us. Maybe the initial compliance can be achieved quickly, but as the company grows, or they might need to add employees or remove employees, or they might incorporate new technology, they need to always come back to TrustCloud and update the compliance program. So when they don't, that usually means that something else is on fire inside the company, or they're deprioritizing. And so we really want to reach out to learn more about their inactivity. The second is making sure that they have consistent core action. And when they don't, that's another warning sign for us. So we track the core actions in our BI dashboard. Even if they're visiting, are they taking advantage of compliance? Compliance is really to help you close enterprise customers. So achieving that is really important. And once you achieve that, you want to make sure you're sharing your compliance report. Are you getting requests about SOC 2 compliance? But if it's not shared, then it's not used. And if it's not used, then you're not seeing revenue generated from compliance. And if revenue is not really generated, then you probably don't need compliance anymore. So again, that's a really warning sign for us. And so we want to follow up. Hey, even though you visit TrustCloud, are you taking advantage of compliance? Are you teaching your salespeople to get it in front of your customers? Are you embedding it onto your website and so on and so forth? The third thing is lack of communication. We track their last support tickets, their last emails. And when customers are very close to completion, they need an auditor. They can find an auditor themselves or reach out to us for a partner auditor. But when there's no communication, again, that's kind of like a warning sign for us. Whether they don't have a budget to get an auditor, or they're no longer prioritizing getting to the finish line. So we really want to follow up to see if they need help. How can we get them to the last bit of this and get them to achieve compliance? How do we identify free PLG customer churn? Free customers can churn as well. They could, one, communicate and express outright that they want to just close the free account. That happens a lot. They can also ghost us, no longer reply to our communication. Second is they can unsubscribe to our marketing emails. So we check HubSpot for that. And that's a really major trigger, because it's telling us that, well, first, they're actively clicking to unsubscribe. So they're very conscious about, hey, I don't want to hear about compliance anymore. It's not top of mind or even back of mind. So we want to check if the rest of their team have also unsubscribed. The third is there's no activity beyond onboarding day. So they might, on the first day, they might sign up and onboard and create an account, but since then, 3 or 6 months, they haven't come back. But that's okay. With the beauty of PLG, they can always reactivate. And we've seen many customers do. A lot of customers come to learn more and they wanted to sign up, they want to learn more, they want to talk to a rep. That's totally okay. And they're not ready to commit. So we can do a better job at qualifying them and seeing we can route them to interactive demos to fill the gap. I personally have pros and cons with interactive demos. The pro is, well, it saves everyone time. It saves the customer's time, it saves the rep's time, it saves downstream maintenance of all these accounts that are created are not active, and you have discussions about them, why are they not activating, and of course, the pro of interactive demo is also stronger qualification. You want your reps to have a good at-bat. So you want to make sure that all the leads coming in, they're qualified, they want to actually get ready to buy something, or they're actually wanting to achieve compliance. Well, the con is, I personally think, I'm pretty damn confident that with the free access to TrustCloud, those customers would create a stronger word of mouth than they would if you just saw an interactive demo. Nowadays, there's a lot of interactive demos. And if I were to just give that customer 30 minutes of time or 15 minutes of time, that maybe they're not going to use, but they will be a stronger champion for us in their community, in their forums, and letting their friends know. So they're going to be a stronger word of mouth. Of course, there's really a balance point somewhere here, and I personally will experiment more around that routing in the future, because when you have 1,000+ customers, you really want to make sure that you're using data and signals to help you and your team prioritize your efforts. Hey, follow me on growthwithgary.com or feel free to subscribe here to learn more about how to execute PLG, lead and operate and launch and be successful in SaaS.